Okay, granted, Sensei didn't read a lot of my notes, so going back over and just trying to give him a basic TLDR aspect, I went into about like when I first heard the game about DemonSlayer 1 and 2. I didn't think a lot of it at that time until the slander started coming across the feed between this and Kill la Kill. It was like early last year, I want to say. It was before we were training for the Met Gala for Kill la Kill. Around that same time was when I was trying to delve into more Kill la Kill studies in the FGC, and then I also came across this in the FGC where it was more bad than good. So I wanted to actually just see for myself, because there's a lot of people that I knew at the time that occasionally were from my earlier workings with Nikito that all somehow have traversed through this video game, so it just kind of makes sense to take a delve into the game for my sake and just see what type of game this is and why the representation was so divided or crossed between liking the game and hating the game, or having split expectations of the game. Like, negativity is all that I'm getting from people, but there's more to it than that, which people aren't telling me or can't tell me because they're just so hell-bent on their way or their perspective of it. That's kind of why I went into having my own episodes for DemonSlayer. That way it can also, 1, shed light on this, and 2, it can have a spotlight or a podium in which for speakers or people in the audience, either from Japanese or North America or EU and the UK here, can all have a diverse input for why they feel about the game, and can help shed light on actually the hidden issue on why there is the division, because it probably is just made up, or it's just going into objective versus subjective again, based off of what is made easier for you to do in the game that you couldn't do in DS1, or what's so polarizing about the game in one aspect that isn't on the other. And then his take went into, okay, DemonSlayer 1 was just overglazed as shit. DemonSlayer 2 came out and people wanted it to be 1-in-1 with DemonSlayer 1. The main reason DemonSlayer 2's slander is existent is due to changed mechanics. In reality, if you look at both games, DS1 was extremely ass in many aspects. DemonSlayer 2 was way better, but most OGs would gladly glaze DemonSlayer 1 while calling DS2 trash to this day. If you're interested in the DS1 versus DS2 lore, it doesn't take much to tell you. Go for it. And I also enlightened him. That's what I was telling Sensei is, okay, for most of their testimony, those that I did go to ask, and they did have something to say on the matter, they have stated in some ways that the potential for DS2 is here. It's right there with the aesthetics, but what was missing was lacking on massive defensive output and proper counterplayer nerfs to top tiers without affecting assists or mechanics too much. And it could be better in most of those ways. DS1, I guess, for the most part, felt more balanced than DS2 up to before this patch. I don't know anything of the patch, so I will not update my stance till I play more to figure out that part, or just discuss more of the perspective of standing events that shed light on the quality of life changes. I just didn't like that all the fuckers in NA were downplaying the shit out of the patch because they think nothing's changed, and the lazy brood fucks won't lab anything in order to see for themselves that things have changed. Again, they gotta be told like a hive mind. That's totally fucked up. DemonSlayer 1 felt more balanced, couldn't be more wrong. DS1's meta was completely dominated by the same 2 characters throughout the entire lifespan of the game. Oh, okay, so that was where Susamaru and Yahaba came from, and then I guess whoever was the other one. And the gap was so huge that nobody was using their favorites for comp. Echo Yasuo situation, basically, from 2XKO. In DemonSlayer 2, way more characters are viable. You can make through an entire bracket with like 60% of the cast and then play the pocket for the crucial matches. That's the other 40%. It's not an EU problem or EU PUV, but it's my PUV. Okay. Okay, that's probably me just saying that, but I probably should just gone ahead. The hypocrisy does need to be studied. Well, that's kind of why I'm here. Because there's a couple of, like, I hear more that creates more division, and I don't know who to believe. Because it shouldn't be so counterintuitive to tell a simple factual statement about what is existent or existential in the game that makes it better than the first game. It shouldn't be that hard to find the answer, but apparently it is that hard to find the answer. Okay, so while I'm messaging him back, the point here is just understanding like what's objective and what's subjective about Demon Slayer 2's visual landscape. Can also help delve into another layer here while I'm sitting here talking. Like, you heard of the terms subjective and objective, but you understand what they mean. They relate to how something is evaluated or perceived, but one revolves around facts in the perception and the other revolves around feelings in the perception. And so I want to try to delve into like providential examples of each to help understand the difference, and then why there's like a split between the North Americans and the EU when it comes to DS1 versus DS2. Because I'm looking at an objective observation about Demon Slayer, and then other ones I'm looking at subjective judgment based around feelings about the game. And so both, you can state in a sense that can be tested or verified with evidence. Okay, both games were bad in some or many ways. Demon Slayer 2 attempted to clean up the mechanics, but instead of cleaning up the mechanics, they kind of added to the division of that. If there's evidence like patch notes, developer statements, mechanical changes in gameplay, those claims can be examined or argued objectively. Like if they had, like if Demon Slayer, the Chronicles, the one, had specific mechanics changed in the sequel, then that's a factual comparison. That's not a feeling comparison. The defense mechanics being polarizing to where it just promotes a lot of monkey-ass behavior means that there's a mechanical focal point shift that prioritizes more aggression and rushdown than defensive and neutral. That's not good. That means that the game rewards unga bunga shit and it punishes thinking, or you can't appropriately punish to think. Like, saying something is bad is usually not purely objective, because bad depends on evaluation criteria. And then you got subjective parts, which is where it values judgment. These are based on like personal standards and interpretation. Okay, both games were bad, or just saying Demon Slayer 2 is way better. Even if you explain why, the final judgment still depends on what you value, either in balance or controls, graphics or story. And differences may disagree. Different players may disagree. For a fact, I've seen that people play more Unga over here. So far, it allows you to be more monkey, and I've heard testimony of people that host these events. And I've seen the people that host these events host these players that just are more Unga than defensive, because that's what the game is allowing you to do. So can you really appreciate the finite points of neutral defense when both are non-existential in the climate of the sandbox? That's my counter argument that I kind of have here with like what is good when a lot of stuff looks bad gameplay wise. And then you have the attempt versus the result distinction. Like your key idea is like, okay, Demon Slayer 2 is better because it attempted to improve mechanics even if the results weren't clearly better. It's the fact that they attempted to improve it. That doesn't mean that it achieved it. That is mostly subjective in the evaluation of a developer's intent. Some people just judge games based off of, okay, actual gameplay results or intent and design direction. In other instances, both are interpretive frameworks to the game's success pool. Like, the statement technically is like subscribed as, okay, a subjective opinion that's supported by objective observations. Like in philosophy or debate terms, it's a normal evaluation based on descriptive claims, right? Like descriptive in what changed, what the devs tried to fix, or what they lacked trying to fix, or it took them a long time to fix now, versus the normatives in the subjective, being calling one bad or better or least. So when it comes to Demon Slayer 2, all I can go off of is what I've played personally. I still need to play more to get a better idea, but again, I can't really play more because the servers don't really have that many abundance of players on a daily basis. It's literally a Discord fighter at this point, where you have to find people that may or may not be in the mood to play the game, and it just defeats the purpose of playing the game, which is why a lot of people, once the opportunity, I guess, came up to go to My Heroes All's Justice, they just dropped this shit and went balls deep right into that and just keep sucking it off to this day, because it's a better quote-unquote arena tag fighter engine, I guess is what they want to try to go off of. I personally think the game could have just done better as a 3v3 fighter if they really wanted to try and make a statement about the game hierarchy, but I guess the arena sandbox tries to strike again.
Prefer the previous game, but for that game I'd say that they were right. All Justice is a mess.
Well, I haven't really played a lot of All's Justice to really get the idea. I've just seen exhibitions and whatnot. I remember people that I know from Xenoverse streaming the second game, and I played a little bit of the second game. I thought it was pretty good, the second game. The third game, this looks beautiful. Like, did they redact a lot of the combat controls and shit?
They completely reworked the combat. Like, it's not even the same thing.
It's not even the same game anymore.
No.
Now, is that a good thing?
No. It's a good thing if they actually tested things, but they didn't, so it's a complete mess. I have the game.
You see, if the game was actually like a little cheaper, I wouldn't mind trying to take a look at it. I picked up the second one because it was a game of the month.
There's so much broken stuff. And the thing is, like, the main gimmick is the rising mechanic. Basically, you get this rising meter, and you use it, and you're locked. Like, you can't switch characters. Like, the game became a tag game. Before it was only assist. Now it's a tag game. You can't call an assist, you can only tag. And this whole new gimmick is the rising. You use the rising and you're locked from switching, but your character gets powered up. The issue is they completely gutted a character's option. Like, everything relies on tag. So even if you activate rising, it doesn't matter, because you'll never win troll. Because they'll have the tag mechanic with them. So the rising mechanic gets only used to cheese. Like, you combo someone into rising, and then some characters have like loops or unblockable resets.
Damn.
But their whole new gimmick failed because they made character options too shallow, and the rising just, even if you use the best risings in the game, like I'm talking about insane option in neutral, stupid bullshit armor, TODs on touch, you can't do anything. They just run away, and if they block, they can tag, and if they tag, they punish you. Like, you block something, they tag, and wow, they're behind you.
Wait, so I'm about to say, that sounds like you're being punished for like having the correct answer to the situation by mechanics punishing that, like a counter checkmate.
You can't do anything if they have tag and you either can't switch or don't have tag yourself. Like if you don't have tag available, you don't engage. Because you attack even a jab, they have like 15 frames of recovery and you can't cancel them. So if you jab and they keep dashing around, you either switch after the jab or you get punished.
Damn. So you mean you can only really... It's not the issue of winning neutral, but the issue of doing neutral is that you have to move because your assist tells you to.
The game is all running away. You run away until you get the tag, and then you can make some bullshit play. Like if they don't have tag and you make them block, if they block, you tag, they're gonna be stuck on hit stun, and then you guard break them for free. It's like DS2 but with no counterplay actually. Because if you don't have tag, yeah, it's cooked. Like there is no play that the player can make. You just get auto punished. But this also applies for like defense, offense. Like yeah, tag is so stupid, but the main issue is that the characters can't cancel anymore, so you just stuck. It feels awful to play, by the way. Like jabs feels so bad. But to be honest,
it was a different time.
we're going to talk about DS. DS1 might be the most overrated game I ever seen. Is this 30 FPS?
It could be. It could be a whole. Like, it could be a nostalgia-driven game for all I know.
30. I love this game. Like I played a lot, like 500 hours, but
that's pretty good.
If I compare it to DS2, it's leagues worse. And I have the reasoning for it. So let's talk about the first elephant in the room, mecha.
Oh,
in
the
this
meta.
game, only 3 characters are viable. That's it.
Just 3.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you like if you want to go through brackets. Everyone is gonna play these 3 characters. So in DS2, you can play like 20 characters to make it through bracket, and then the pocket for the finals is usually Gyomei or someone from the top 5. But there are multiple options. They are bullshit, but you have multiple options. In this game, there aren't. You only... We're talking about only 3 characters, like every time, like through bracket, finals, it's always the same 3. Which are Akaza, Susamaru.
Susamaru didn't really fall that far from Grace in the second game, if I'm looking at that right.
No, she's way worse. Like not even in the same plane of existence.
Or she was just like the worst version of herself was in the first game.
This Susamaru is the biggest piece of dog shit. I can't like literally put into words how stupidly broken this character is. Like genuinely. If you go Glob, do you know Glob? Yeah, you know him. Like,
I do.
Okay. If you go look at this tournament VOD, the finals and semi-finals were Susamaru mirrors, and they were timing out each other. Like from the start of the match, they were not attacking each other full screen, because if you get the hit, you're not hitting it again.
Oh my gosh.
Like if you go, like literally it's on YouTube, you go to look at the VOD, for literally entire matches of set, they did this full screen.
I'm about to say, she still does that now.
There are way more ways to like counter her. So look at this. Can I do it? Because the input is different.
What is it? The block damage?
Do you see something? This parry has no recovery.
No recovery.
No. And this is different from DS2 because parry has way more active frames. Like the active frames are active even after the light goes off. So this is basically like.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So there's no real recovery frame to punish.
No, you can only like grab her. There is no way you mash on air doing this and like survive. You have to be lucky as fuck. She's probably like unsafe for one frame.
God damn.
Like this, it looks like she has some recovery, but the parry has more active frames, so it's actually not. Like the parry active frames are active for a lot of time. Maybe I can show you if they attack me. See? That was early. Can you attack me? See? This was early. It's not...
Because of how active that was.
If she attack... See? See?
No, it didn't block. Oh, well, that time it did, but the time before that, it didn't.
Yeah, but I was invincible.
Oh, it was an invincible frame.
Basically, like, it's way more active. Like, it's not even funny. Look at that, did you see?
Okay.
I think it's very noticeable. See? Like, I parry 1 second before and I still get it. So this is... Like, this is... Maybe I can actually just do this and spam the parry. She got it.
Okay, so there is a brief window to it.
Yeah, but imagine in online environment with delay, that's...
It's non-existent. That's basically just like an infinite parry, damn near.
Yeah. So the first thing for air was the parry, like super stupid, insane defense, and then do you think these cards are good damage? Oh my god. This character's damage.
Let's see. What type of damage are we talking about here? Oh my god. Bro.
And she was getting this from full screen look.
Oh dear god, turn it off.
And this is, like, she can increase her damage by using this.
What, throwing out more balls? Pause?
I don't know the combo, but this increases her damage even more. Just not sure the combo, but it's basically like 80%. She can TOD, by the way. She can TOD. If she hits you with
I see the vision.
If she has a boost, she can TOD you with the right combo. And this is a zoner.
That is wild.
So let's keep talking about Susa. So she has insane defense, and then she has insane damage, and then tell me, how are you gonna catch her? So push block has no recovery.
That's one.
Yeah, no recovery.
About to say now, if it push block was like that fast, or is it that fast in DS2? Because that's actually like not bad, outside of some characters that have a cheesy playstyle where that's horrendous.
It's slightly more less recovery, but this makes This is horrible for the push block launch, which is another point. The reason why there was such a gap between characters in general is for push block. So in this game,
that mechanic in general made it like a divisive line.
You can punish dashes. Like if you do this and I push block, I can guaranteed punish.
Oh, those sudden dash-ins, like push block, can if you train yourself or lab it, you can punish that on frame.
Yeah, if you dash on my guard, it's a punish.
Damn. Okay, so now I can see why guard was actually kind of good back then.
In DS1, you get punished for attacking, like literally. Defense was not. Defense was everything. Because if you block, then you punish. You dash, I can punish the dash. You throw a skill on me, I have the time to push block and hit you. So every character that wasn't able to cancel their skills were getting punished. So like everyone. So yeah, defense was broken because push block made assist irrelevant. Also, you can't dash. So if the dash was level 1 dash speed, it was impossible to get in because they were gonna block and punish you, as well as majority of the characters couldn't land their skills on you because if you block them, you were getting punished.
Okay.
So Susamaru just she's impossible to get into because she can do this, but in DS2 she can do this. But in DS1 she can't, so she's uncatchable. Because if she does this, she can do another one. In DS2, after this, she either throws a ball or dashes. She can't cancel into another one. So if you get the read,
that's like that's a mobility nerf for her. She gets
a punish. Yeah, she gets a punish. Like if she does this and you call an assist, in DS2 she gets it. In this game she can do another one.
Oh, so they took away the answer in the second game. So yeah, they did give her a mobility nerf and a reaction nerf.
And her damage.
And nerf damage. Okay, that's proper then.
And
damn, she's still considered a high tier.
And the parry.
Oh, and the parry. Well, the parry. Well, that's a universal mechanic nerf.
No, because in DS1, parries were character. were different from each character dependent.
To get the reward or to be viable for the character?
No, the recovery was dependent on the character.
Huh. So
there are characters that have worse recovery than DS2, and she has this recovery because why not? And mind you, after parry, she's getting a free combo, which is 60%. So let's replace this. The zoner that is impossible, close to impossible to hit, as a low end lag, can cancel everything. Those 60% from full screen starters that has insane defense because she has this parry. She has also no recovery on the grab. Really low recovery for the range.
Bro. That's okay, that's bullshit.
And then she
like,
can
I get
heal
Six
because
Arms
she's
has
a demon.
I had a feeling kind of Six Arms has a unique grab about her, but it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be getting that much range for a close quarter move like a grab.
This was basically guaranteed. Like if you block this on it, like that's why she was so meter positive because she was getting a hit with these attacks. See?
Oh, then you just slightly shimmy in, and then the frames align for you to literally just throw the person right out of their defense.
Yeah, and they get more defense. So, like, see, this is why it's so bad, because parries were so much stronger, and they gave you, like, insane combo length, like a green combo. So now you just add the damage and everything this character does. She was literally the best character in the game by far. And then we are gonna talk also about this. This attack. Is she blocking? Okay, so this attack was cancelable.
What the hell is that?
So we have the full screen move with a jank hitbox. If you jump this, you get it. I'm telling you, if you jump this, you get it. If you do anything but blocking, you get it by this. You need to armor through. You need to armor through parry or block, because these will catch jumps, and it starts a yellow combo, so you lose half of your health.
So that's like so there has to be an UNGA response for that.
Yeah, and this is 30 FPS, so you're not. It's harder to react than like DS2. DS2 60 FPS. Everything in this game is harder to react to. Like even this is level 2 dash speed. See?
Whoa. Okay, that is actually kind of fast.
Because
you get mixed just from getting rushed at. Look at this.
30 FPS. Yeah, she was a rush down with high damage, also at zoner that she also heals. Like, okay. I mean, you can see why. Like, she goes full screen and she's safe. They removed this. She can't cancel it anymore.
I see.
Like
they basically made it like happy chaos of Demon Slayer.
Yes. And there was no counterplay, so pack it up.
That is nasty.
So now I'm gonna show you. Like, I'm gonna take him as an example because it pretty much sums up why he was ass. Maybe I can. Who else? Who was ass because of the parry? Because of the push block. I mean, so many characters.
I don't know. Who do you think suffered the most?
Everyone.
That's the question.
Everyone.
So it wasn't just three people in the metas. It's just three people that were made viable, quote unquote, in a competitive setting.
Almost everyone. This guy level 1 dash speed, push block is neutral skip, gets punished. Easy. No, she was good. This guy, same. You just block, does anything, punish. No damage.
I have to say, what about her? Makomo.
Still the same issue. She takes way too much damage. She does relatively low damage. She can cancel her skill, but she can do damage because she's meter expensive for good damage. So she's just a lot of flaws.
So she's a workhorse for the low tiers.
She's decent, I guess. But the difference is that this guy, she can cancel compared to him. But if you don't have meter, or you don't use it, you get punished. But so that makes her neutral very expensive. It's the same for Shinobu. She can cancel, so technically, she can play neutral. But the truth is, she's spending the meter for playing neutral, and then she gets hit and what does she do? She got buffed, so she does a lot of damage. Like, she got buffed at the end of the game lifespan, but she's not even close to the top tier. Like, top tier in
but she's viable.
No, she isn't.
Damn.
Shinobu and viable in the same sentence. That's funny. Shinobu is gonna be viable when the DLC drops and she's the DLC character.
Now. Well, all things in time.
They nerfed her damage in DS2, so she's even worse than DS1.
Damn, so she's just bad on damage in both games then?
No, she was good on damage in DS1 after the latest patch. Now they nerfed her damage, so she has
she's
the same
back to meh.
weaknesses, but she's less damage. No, but she wasn't nearly as, she wasn't viable. Again, 1, 2, 3. Like, did you see how strong Susamaru was? You can't have weaknesses. And even, every player was playing, these characters. It was so you just go do kavod and like see. So oh, it was like I say 3 characters, but it's technically 4. So this guy was you were using him for the assist, and the assist was more broken than DS2 pre-patch.
Oh,
And
for
this guy was the
based
best.
Zenitsu.
This guy is basically the best character against Susamaru. So if you pair him up with the bullshit assist, this was the only Slayer team able to have an equal matchup with Susamaru. If you play anything else as Slayer, you're gonna hate your life. This was basically you were playing this team, Susa or Akaza. So this is level 3 dash speed in 30 FPS.
That's fast as fuck.
Yeah, 30 FPS. Of course it's fast as fuck. Right? Also, in this game, in DS2, they created scaling for dashes. Like if my dash is level 3, I need 5 dashes to break someone's guard. In this game, you need 4 for every type. So even this dash is going to guard break you as fast as a level 1 dash speed.
Damn.
Do you see the quality of life, like the parry and all this shit? Like, do you think this was a good idea that this thing was breaking guards as fast as level 1 dash speed?
That aspect of it, no. The premise of it, I don't see too big of an issue with it, but the fact that it's doing it that fast for what for the resource you're trading off with, that does need to be trimmed down.
Too bad it was actually fucking horrible because this was guaranteed.
Oh wow.
So let me introduce you to this team, bread and butter. You block this? Oh, you can't play the game anymore. I'm sorry. Look at how much they have, how much time they have to punish you. So
that's
you know
so much time on the crumble.
Yes. Yeah, so you can do this. You can boost and get a combo with the bush.
Dude.
So you block this online environment. This is unreactable. You don't know if they're gonna cancel. Like it's fucking RNG. If you just block once, you get broken. This is gapless, and then they can boost or get a jump conversion.
Yeah, that part needed to go.
Like,
wait a minute, hang on.
And people
doesn't Zenitsu have something shit like that now? On DemonSlayer 2? With him and Guillaume or some shit?
The last patch addressed this. Now it's they buffed push block, so it's way easier to get out of shit. But even if they get the guard break, first of all, this can't happen as quickly because level 3 dashes, as I told you, they require more dashes to break your guard. So I need to at least hit your guard twice before doing this. So on DS2, the reward is worse because you can only jump after the guard break. You can boost, you can get the air jump starters, as well as it requires more work. Like I need to at least dash twice in your guard, and the game adding 60 FPS allows you to react better to these dashes.
So because of the way the engine is on the game, you can only react ideally to specific things. Otherwise, it's an unreactable at that point by the game's engine.
Yeah, 30 FPS with the delay, with the native delay, you're not. Yeah. Like you react to this, but you can't possibly do anything. Like it's cooked as fuck. And then in this game, it's so bullshit because you do this, it's free, and then they can boost. Let it go. I don't know about this. Does this look good to you?
Not fully. Combo structure, yes. The way you're getting in and mixing the person, not even mixing. You just like wanted me to block that way you can hold me out of my block.
So when they tell you that DS1 neutral was more thoughtful, I'm gonna just say that 90% of the tournament players were using this assist and playing like this.
They probably were. Like, I don't know what the ratio of casual and competitive was back then, but I know that there was a huge abundance of like regional inclusion. So there's sometimes probably where you did see this, other times where you did not see this as abundant as it was.
In tournaments, Molly on the table, Susa, Akaza, or Zenitsu, this was the gameplay. And when they did not want to like play to win, like more, I try to play with quote-unquote top players. Even if they were playing a worse character like Tengen, they were running Tengen Eddie Zen, which is still level 3 dash speed into guaranteed guard break.
Okay, so to make sure the character has some way of securing what they need to do for their win condition.
Eddie Zen was the only real like.
So he was an assist carry.
Yeah, he was doing everything for you. Like, look at this. Like, it's yeah. So neutral. There was no neutral. I'm sorry, they lied to you. They were blocking this, and then they were playing with a 50-50 in mind, because if they blocked this next one, they were getting guard broken. But at the same time, if you try to do anything, and I baited that, you were still getting punished. So to make everything worse, we are able to boost to source. Oh man. We are boosting on guard break.
What the hell? It's almost TOD.
You get TOD. I think you can get TOD. It's not gonna. Like, you're gonna hit the opponent like at least once in the match, and let's say I do this damage. Then if I get this guard break, yeah, fuck it up, let it go. Then you boost, you get the kill. So we got Susamaru, which you saw that. We got defense was cooked because you weren't able to dash and things. Like, the thing with the push block, it was hard to do the push block of dash on level 3 dash speed because they were so fast. And the timing was a bit specific. But the issue that fucked up this thing was the assist, like Eddie's an assist. They were mostly dashing when they had the assist available.
Like, do you feel like, because I've seen this, like I said, I've seen the same assist call in DS2. Does it feel like it's better in DS2 to call that, like it's not as defining or definitive of an assist to be like to do so much or to have such a huge lockdown or advantage for the character setup?
On DS2, it's way better from a risk-reward perspective, because if you get guard broken, they can't gain resources again by boosting or surging, as well as they can't get the air jab starter. So if you get the guard break, they can't gain access to the resources they lost in neutral. So they can't possibly delete you, as well as damage is generally lower on DS2. In this game, the damage is insane, so you get punished more. As well as dashes are more reactable because it's 60 FPS, and level 3 dash speed characters don't have access to guard breaks that are this fast. Like, they need to dash at least twice. So everything makes that strategy worse. Also, after the patch, they nerfed the assist. The second hit comes out way slower, like the second half of the assist. So even if they lock you down in the same way, on DS2 you're able to walk away after you block the first hit.
Oh, that's actually kind of huge if you like have attention to detail.
So when they say that the patch changed nothing,
that's how I know those people that didn't laugh shit.
This character, I mean,
You.
Like it's the same DS2 character. Is still like arguably top 5 in DS2, and in DS2 you don't see, in this one you don't see the DLC character, so you can guess like it was just broken. They nerfed it. Like this guy was the only tournament character for, like, we're talking about quarterfinals, semifinals. They will, through the bracket, everyone was playing Akaza. Then they nerfed him a bit, and they buffed her for some reason. She was already like top 3, and so the balance shifted a bit. So they were using him and her, and then they released him, and the game was us even more. So in theory, this guy was dominating for 1 year, and then she came, and then he came, and then pick your poison. So, I mean, it's
DLC just upped the ante and a lot of stakes. Where you have like fallback characters.
It was like this character was generally strong, but then she was not getting the hit on this character. This character was fucking god. Also, this game had the 3 rounds. So demons had more time to gain resources. So demons were dominating in general, even the weaker ones, because the healing was more. They nerfed it on like every demon, like the healing. The healing was more, and there were 3 rounds. So demons were always winning in like close sets because they had more resources. They were healing and they were timing you out.
So Ryu wasn't lying on that one. That was one of the
No, timeout was very popular, like with the same characters, like with Akaza, with Susa. You can go to look at VODs. Timeouts were like every day thing, every match thing, because you can't really catch them because of their tools. The defense was way better than DS1. So they couldn't generally dash on you, like they were getting punished. No, in DS2 I meant. They couldn't dash on you because they were getting punished. And then this guy that has the insane tools, insane damage, they were also healing. Insane amount of healing. Can't dash, can't catch, can't dash, can't use a skill, he gets punished. Can't do anything against Susamaru, can't dash, can't use a skill, extremely expensive game plan, low reward, can't dash, can't land a skill without getting punished, can't do shit against zoners, gets timeout, can't dash, can't use a skill, can't dash, can't use a skill. This guy was good, but kinda mid against zoners, so it was still cooked. Same as Makomo. Can't dash, can't use skills. This guy like Nezuko, like they were good, but they couldn't do anything against Susamaru. Like they didn't have the tools. It's like everyone is like this. They couldn't attack you really without getting punished, or they didn't have the tools to fight zoning, like the timeout.
Yeah.
So even say, let's say he was able to play neutral because he wasn't getting punished on his skill, at least on his but not on his skill. But then what does he do against zoning? He gets timed out.
Well, he has ways now of trying to like deal with, I guess, the zoning aspect because of the reach of how his sword goes, or that spinning attack he does. It goes so far in its active frame.
It's the same, but the difference is this guy had less damage, and defense was better. Also now you're able to charge your AV and go through projectiles. Before the AV was not doing that. So this guy was legitimately like, even if he was getting the hit, he wasn't getting that much damage compared to DS2. So ultimately he was getting timed out. Like, it wasn't impossible to win, but the matchup was not favorable at all. The only guy with a the only guy with a even matchup on Susa were these two in the same team, of course, and this guy, and that's the same for the three of them, to be honest. And then the others, everyone was losing the matchup, like either badly or like just let it go, like don't even play. Oh, this guy on point was also a demon, of course. By the way, remember when they tell you that the neutral was more thoughtful? This is another proof that the character that indeed not take more skill. Look at this skill.
It just cross maps for you.
Yes, as well as look, and they are still in hit stun. Look at this. Look at their guard. They're still in hit stun.
Yeah, so you're still plus as hell.
Yes. So this happens. If you block this is level 3 dash speed, by the way. You block once again, now you're susceptible to full screen and this. And into guard break, that shit miss.
Alright, so Zenitsu is a cancer, an answer to zoning or to the Susamaru aspect to a degree, but it just in his own right, like that's just an annoying pest to deal with. Is what that looks like.
These took no skill. Full screen neutral skip that was so plus that is able to get this, like, look at this, like, and the tracking was insane. So generally, between these and this thing, can you tell me which is more skillful, like in general, compared to DS2? It wasn't.
Say neither.
They wasn't. So defense was broken, which made 80% of the cast worthless. But then these characters are this privilege of going full screen and being able to cancel this so early into the animation, so you just get broken. Isn't that fun? Tell me, do you think someone is reacting to this in this netcode?
About to say, it depends on the netcode or the region. I think someone is sped enough to do it. I just don't see how much reward you're getting.
No, you're getting a lot of reward, but the thing is, the risk is
pretty apparent.
No, more than that. If you get guard broken, they do this. The damage is insane. Aries were like this.
Okay,
no, like they weren't chasing, but the armor throughout.
Yeah, no.
They were basically used like this. Like you use a AV and use Witch to cancel like the recovery. Yeah, but neutral is like worthless again in this game. It's miserable because they get guard broken so easily. So you just use bullshit full screen and then you see guard break, and then you get the big punish with the air light starter, or you boost. So you have the entire roster that can't dash on you, but because it's too slow, they can punish you. But their skill, their neutral skill, is either not cancelable, so they get punished by push block, or is cancelable, but their reward on it is not good, or the neutral is not good enough. So it's their ass anyway.
Damn.
So I showed you the Susamaru like shit. Akaza is kind of the same, broken. And then these guys were what a lot of people played. As were there were some Nezuko, some Tengen, but like genuinely everyone was playing this shit. Like Akaza, Susamaru, and this team.
Damn.
Again, I don't know how someone thinks that this game took more skill than DS2, like genuinely.
I'm not sure exactly what all is the things that they're looking at. Like I said, I hadn't played the beginning of the sandbox to really see the sentiment to it, but I can respect it.
I just explained to you the things that people were doing. If you want confirm, you just go look up tournaments VOD, and they do this. Like it's not a secret. Like they do this. You open, and then they're either playing Susa, Akaza, or they play this team exactly like this. They dash, and then you get guard broken from full screen.
Yeah, because like if this was the peak Demon Slayer shit, then what the hell were they playing? It sounds like it's just like sped chess.
It's because I tell you, a lot of people were not that good, but they were carried because you were legitimately rewarded for not playing the game because push lock was that broken.
Oh,
so if you caught someone,
if
you caught someone not playing meta slave shit, it was legit unwinnable on their end because you just block. You have these tools, and then you get punished for literally attacking. So on dashing.
There it is. Okay, so that makes some sense. So it's either this game or the other game.
On DS2, the biggest cheese is Gyome because it's generally like strong as fuck, or the new DLCs. But they're like if you're playing against someone good, it's harder to get cheese. And I think like the meta is also important. On DS2, way more characters are viable. Like yes, too, you can play a lot of characters. So even the DLC, every DLC being broken, it's like gold compared to DS1. Because at least if 6 DLCs are broken, you have 6 viable characters as well as the base game characters that were very good or broken.
They kind of help to counter checkmate each other, so it's not completely polarizing.
Oh, you have 6 were broken, and then you have the base game characters. Some are broken, some are really good, so you can still play them. On this game, no, you didn't have a choice. Like, genuinely.
Okay. Well, that helps to clarify a lot, actually.
Go look up mods. Wait, I need to send you this. Like, it's because if you can make as many arguments as you want as why this game was more skillful, but then you just go look up at tournaments and all you see is this. Because this is what worked. This is what
that's the thing. Good. That's the community's argument that they'll solve or they won't solve it on their own. One or the other. My thing when I first came here was to understand why this game didn't feel like it was being played that much. And then even now, Demon Slayer 2. It doesn't feel like it's played as much, but there's a noticeable spike, small as it may be, to playing this more. So maybe it did something, or maybe it's, in my opinion, it might be the community's ignorance to nostalgia over blunt facts to what was better or was deemed better. Or maybe it was like what one of the Ryu's friends said that I was neglecting in the background, where it's just that like trash people want to be carried by a trash game in order to be good.
Look, I'm opening the Ultimate Burst. All I'm seeing, like, when you just grow and see a Zoner or AD Zen plus a level 3 dash speed character or Nezuko.
Right, and so that's why I'm thinking for a game like what I'm seeing here, if that was like a couple of the defining meta things here between what I just seen with Zenitsu and what's it, multi-check. How the hell was that fun?
What are you saying?
No, because that's what I'm just from what I've seen here for Demon Slayer 1. That's why I'm trying to think for people telling me that 1 was a better experience for them than 2. What about this? If that was the case, if that's what you guys were playing back then during that time of the games community, how was that fun?
It wasn't. That's why I didn't play the game that much after a bit. By the way, I'm gonna show you like the DS2 changes. So.
Oh, that would work, because I have that as another episode coming up to sit and go over the patch things, so that way I can see what they changed, and then try to just look at recent tournaments, that way I can see for myself.
Another thing, on DS1, if you were getting, like, if you were in hit stun and they grabbed you, you were taking the full damage. Now in this game, if you are in hit stun, you take less damage.
That's a plus. So kind of curious the combo.
So even if you're in hit stun, you get less reward because you're in hit stun.
Oh, so it's got to be a punish, not in hit stun where it's like it was set up.
It just means the person on the offensive side gets less reward if they use an assist and you can't do anything about it, so it's more balanced.
Yeah, like it scales.
Okay. I'm trying to search, maybe it was wanted. But it's not. I'm trying to search for DemonSlayer 1 tournament spots, but I can't find them. It was horrible, by the way, but I really need to show you. Yeah, I don't know. You looked at what I showed you, you can make your own opinion, but that was the game. I think the biggest issue was just the fact that you dash into someone's guard and you get punished for it, even with skills. Wait, I found it. I think I found it, or not. Maybe I did not found it. No, I didn't. Fuck. I can't find it. Well, but it's not hard to like think about it. It was to theorize. It was full screen Susamarus looking at each other. Oh, by the way, they wanted to ban Susamaru, but they did not ban her. They banned her actually, but then they allowed her again. No, I think they didn't actually. No, they banned Susa. Yeah, they banned Susa. They found it. You can just go to look at, you have VODs, and you can see for yourself the characters. It was Zoners, Akaza, or Eddie then, because of the cheat. I sent you. You need to scroll or look at the finals, and that's the game.
The demons, they're after me. Hey, they watch me. They're in my head. The demons are in my head. Don't do it. I shall speak. Let him fuck you up. Stop.
Alright, well, out of the frying pan of one mystery into the conclusion of another one. So, just sitting on PlayStation over in Storm's lobby, I got a decent idea of DemonSlayer 1 in full now. From the time Brandon took to really just explain it to me. I'm gonna take a look at the file here for Ultimate Burst, whatever this is for DemonSlayer 1. So this was before 2023-2024 area. And it'll give me a pretty decent idea on, I guess, what the meta looked like then with Zen and Susamaru and seeing what zoning looked like back then, because it sounded like there's just a lot of cheese back then that highlighted a lot of like no skill plays for a crap ton of damage that most characters could just shit out. As opposed to really trying to play your favorite characters, you're playing set characters that stand a chance in the sandbox because of how characters were allowed to be. And because of one character being valid to some degree, it invalidated a lot of the roster here. I don't know, there's so much wrong with this that still has me wondering why this community is so divided on a really simple understanding of wanting a better game, which sounds in theory like it is Demon Slayer 2. But then there's some that like or prefer Demon Slayer 1 more than this. And I'm just like, why is this a big deal? Why are we trying to go back to what in theory sounds like a bad game, a really bad designed game? And number 2, for the most part, was right there, because I still was trying to tell him that the base retention here for Demon Slayer 2 is also low. So unless it either stabilized right now or gradually is gaining numbers because of the recent patch outline, that's the only 2 things I can think of on why there's more on the horizon besides the DLC. But I mean, what did they want to play with on the game? Maybe it's just the wrong people that, well, what the fuck? Or maybe it's just the wrong people that are trying to voice their opinion as a general opinion and just don't fully have it down. Ooh, hang on, I'm gonna head over to Rikio. It's either, oh wait, we're in Chrome server. We'll just go to Chrome's channel. What the? Oh, okay, hang on. This is definitely gonna break in the morning. All right, let's get ready to head over there and check that out. It looks like DLC number 5 is gonna be on his way soon, and that's I see Giyu. That's alright. DP skills proper. Tilt skills flowering. Post Giyu day 1 tourney. I'm going to self smoke. It's cross region. I'm not trying to taint everything. Acting like you ain't gonna be complaining nonetheless. Don't know. Oh, it's Ghoul. Okay. But he just looks like a Shio copy and paste. And I hate that twink point proven. Oh yeah, that was my comment I posted on my phone just not that long ago. Wants money match on Crumb stream. Oh, that's Numbdly. You know what? I'll bookmark it. If I get decent on the game, I'll definitely bookmark it to have at least one. This is like one community where it seems like money matching is a form of like the culture for the game for some interesting reason. Alright, let's go ahead and get to this thing, and let's go on ahead and hop on over to Chrome stream. Send me on in.
閉じていた感覚が叩き起こされ引きずられる強者の立つ場所へせい終わりだ全てを出し尽くす雫波紋突き流々舞全身に力がみなぎる感覚が連磨されていく後期水の呼吸銃の型生成ルテンか
Hey, whoa, back up. Well, well, well. We're actually at close to the finish line. So we're okay. So he is number 5. It's coming out to 12. Oh, that's not far at all. That's a few days away. As soon as he gets here, Shinobu is not that far behind. Looks like it's all coming together. It's all coming together. That paints the picture I need. Alright, let's go on ahead. Let's hop on out this hush puppy and go ahead on over to Chrome. I'll catch you guys on the next episode here as we unravel some of the mysteries here in the Demon Slayer community, right? You guys take care. And as always, till all are one.